no one saw this coming. In the Blue Jays' first spring training game, we see them get a win in a game that saw Orelvis Martinez show the type of power that could be crucial for the Toronto Blue Jays this season, as well as some other very big things that we can take from today's first spring training game. But before we get into it, folks, quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. If you're part of the 71% who are not subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Jays content. Your guys' support has been unbelievable. We're going to keep you up to date all season long. Today is the first day of course, games happening for the Toronto Blue Jays. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the multiple videos a day. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game it was. And it's just great to have baseball back. Obviously, a few of the regulars were in like, I predicted. And like Keegan Matheson said was going to happen. And it's the beginning of what's hopefully going to be a very exciting season. We saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get out there, Bichette, but there's some big things to take away from this game. And I want to focus on a few different things. And let's start with the box score a little bit. Now, I know it's small. That'll be fixed for, next video. It's hard to find, box scores are weird with the spring training games. But regardless, you can see this here. Bichette went 2 for 3, looking very, very good. Bichette looks absolutely jacked. He looks ripped. He looks ready to go. Guerrero got an RBI single in the first inning in his first at-bat. Andres Gimenez is showing what he can do. He's going to have a great season this year. He's going to be stealing bases, getting on base. But I want to focus on a couple of the other guys. And the two guys I want to focus on are Orelvis Martinez and Alejandro Kirk. And we're going to start with Orelvis Martinez. Now, in case you missed the game, here is a clip of the home run. And man, oh man, it was a down and away pitch. And this is the type of raw power that Orelvis Martinez is able to possess that could really force the Blue Jays' hand here, because we know how good he can be. We know his power. We know the capabilities of Orelvis Martinez. And for him to come out and hit an opposite field bomb in his one of his first at-bats of the season, of course, the spring training, not the actual regular season, is not only encouraging. He obviously hit into a double play his first at-bat, right? And he absolutely smoked that ball. I think it was 109 miles per hour. To come out, bounce back, hit an absolute bomb. The Jays are now forced into an interesting decision, because Orelvis Martinez is going to be crucial going forward for this team at some point. And the question is, if this team needs some more upside, they clearly did not get another bat in the form of Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman, any of those guys. So if they want a higher ceiling for this group, you could factor in Orelvis Martinez as kind of an everyday DH in this team. And if he's able to show off some of the power we know he has, it immediately increases the ceiling for this group, right? And that's something that's going to be absolutely crucial for this team going forward. You see Keegan Matheson said, I'm a big believer that the Blue Jays should be open to Orelvis Martinez at DH if he has a big camp or starts the year hot in AAA. It doesn't matter that he's 23. Worry about the future and his defense when the future comes. But whenever he's ready, let him crush lefties. And obviously, he's not going to play every day, right? But his home run was against a lefty. It was off a left-handed pitcher, and his strength is hitting nukes off of lefties, right? So if he can come out and hit absolute bombs against left-handed pitchers, that's fine. Have him up. We know he's not a very good defender. Avery and I covered it in a video a few days ago. He is not a very good defender, right? The thing that he would need to gain in AAA is defensive work. That is clear. That is obvious. All these different things. But if you can actually go out and have him as your DH against lefties, someone who can hit for power. This team is trying to win now. This is the last year of Bichette. It's the last year of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You need to go out and hit bomb. You got to hit home runs. You have to have players who can hit bombs and be strong offensively, because the defense is going to be there this year. The pitching hopefully is going to be there. The one question mark is, are they going to have enough offense? And we saw some good things from Bichette today. He went 2 for 3, and the actual results don't really matter. Like whether the Jays win the game, whether, Bichette goes 2 for 3, Vladdy goes 2 for 3, none of that matters as much. But what matters is, especially for a lot of the young guys like Orelvis, and someone else we'll get to in a minute here, what matters is the process, right? The process behind what they're doing, how those results are translating onto the field. And you obviously want to see guys look successful and, of course, be successful, even if it is just spring training and hitting balls hard. The advanced analytics matter now, because if you're looking at Orelvis Martinez, like we discussed, he's hitting the ball really hard. Those things matter. It's not going to be a make or break thing, but those are the types of things that translate. The actual score doesn't really matter. And speaking of hitting the balls hard, Alejandro Kirk, an absolutely insane game. The first 2 spring training at-bats have been hardline drives at 109 and 110 miles an hour. We barely ever saw contact that hard from him in 2024. So he comes out and hits a ball 109.6 miles per hour, 110.4 miles per hour. Alejandro Kirk is going to be absolutely crucial for this team. And we knew that coming into this year, now that Danny Jansen is gone, all eyes are on him as the starting catching position and starting catching spot on this team. John Schneider came out and said that he's hoping to get around 115-ish games from Alejandro Kirk this year, maybe a little bit more. And their backup catcher right now, I mean, Christian Bethencourt's going to be fighting for a spot, Tyler Heineman, all these different guys. But it is Alejandro Kirk's ship to steer now. And he's going to be manning the pitching staff. He's going to be managing everything. And if he can come out and have a season similar to 2022, we knew, and if you watch the games in 2022, Alejandro Kirk was a line drive merchant. He was a live drive machine. That's what he did every single time. He would go in, he would hit line drives, obviously extremely high exit velocities. And last year in 2024, you can see here, he didn't actually have a very hard hit ball. He had one basically. So with 110, he registered later, which was in today's game. Kirk now has hit 2 of the 7 hardest hit balls of his MLB career and the 2nd hardest overall. The only ball hit harder than today's 110.4 mile per hour single was a single off Ryan Yarbrough last year. So he had 1 ball hit last year that really came close to 2 of the balls that he hit today. And he started to lose himself a little bit over the past couple of years as it pertains to hitting line drive singles, hitting high exit velocities. He was hitting a lot of soft contact and hitting a lot of ground balls, and that's obviously a problem with him. He doesn't have much speed at all. He's one of the worst base runners in the MLB, so that would lead to a lot of double plays. But if he can come out and even just show 80% of what we're seeing today, he starts to hit a ton of line drives, all these different things, then obviously he'll be put in a position then where not only is he going to be able to actually get, a bunch of hits, which will translate to his batting average being high, but he will help elevate this team's floor, which at this point in time is interesting, especially at the catcher position. If Kirk comes out and has a great year, the offense is going to be way better. He could hit in the 7 or 8 spot and be a guy who hits 290, 300. But if he has a down year, then things obviously become very interesting. So I wanted to highlight Kirk. Absolutely fantastic game from him. And these are the things that are encouraging. Orelvis Martinez hitting a home run. Alejandro Kirk mashing the ball. Bichette looking good. These are the storylines we're going to be taking away for the next month until the actual regular season starts. And quick honorable mention as well. Easton Lucas looked really good. Throws a ton of strikes. I mean, I don't even know how many balls he threw. It was almost all strikes. So shout out to him. The pitching staff as well. We're going to start to see more of the MLB caliber pitchers over the next week or so. So nothing too exciting today. Brendan Little looked good. Easton Lucas looked great. Zach Pop looked okay. A little bit of command issues. And Eric Pardinho, I think it's actually pronounced. He gave up 3 runs, but one of them was a result of a strike called third call strike that was challenged and ultimately was overturned, which led to a home run and some other runs there. So unfortunate for him. One other thing as well, if you're heading out to the games, the bobblehead giveaways were released as well as some of the giveaways. So if you're going to opening day on March 27th, which I will also be there, just a little, if you guys made it this far in the video, a little sneak peek, I'll be there on opening day. But March 27th, there's like a Toque giveaway. There's a jersey giveaway for Bichette, I believe it is, March 28th. And as it pertains to bobbleheads, the 31st, you have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you have Alejandro Kirk, a bunch of different, feel free to pause and look at it, a bunch of different bobbleheads coming out if you guys are interested in that. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep you up to date all regular season long. Tomorrow, Yariel Rodriguez and Jake Bloss. It's going to be interesting. I believe that's against the Red Sox, actually. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting one because we're going to have to do a bit of traveling, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. It's going to be an exciting season, and I'm very happy baseball is back. Cheers.